Hi everyone, and welcome along to Sonic Academy's Tech Tips with me, Chris. In this Kick 2 special, we're looking at workflow tips, how to get better kicks, how to some features that you may have missed. We're just going over Kick 2 for all those lovely people who have bought it and maybe I've missed a few things. This is just a really good sort of course that you can go, I didn't know it did this. So I'm going to give you my 4, possibly 5 top tips on Kick 2, things that you may have missed, little features that are under the hood that I find very useful. If we're browsing clicks, if I go into solo, we can arrow left and right, and it'll start scrolling through all the factory clicks. However, if I go to load, and I've navigated to a retro clicks folder which I've made, and hit open, we can now scroll through just that folder. If I scroll back, it will continually scroll through the folder. If I go back to factory and go to clicks and say, it will now scroll through all the factory stuff. If I go to DLC, it will, there's like Mar clicks. So we're going to Mar click 9. And it'll scroll through those folders. So the behavior is, in factory, it'll scroll through continuously all the factory folders. In user or downloaded content, whatever folder you select, it will continually scroll around that folder. Or if you go to load and navigate, say, this retro click folder, whatever folder you have clicks in, you can go right to the end or right to the start, just with the arrows. It'll just continually scroll around that folder of clicks. So that's one click. The next one is this kick here. Let's go to default. Oh, I really like this amp curve. And we can go to save, and we go to call it basic. So every time you create a kick and you've got a really good curve, you can go to, let's see, TR909, and we can apply, go to curves, user, basic curve, and there it applies that curve to that 909. Or if we go to, say, Ustemer, just randomly pick one, and I can load the user curves, the basic curve, and it'll apply that curve. And similarly, if we go into EQ, we can do all sorts of switching on of things, a shelf and a really low shelf, and I can save that as, again, basic EQ. So it's an EQ we kind of like. We hit save, and if I can flick through some Ustemer, I can apply that EQ. So go to user EQs, basic EQ, and it applies that EQ curve to that kick. So that's another one. Something that comes through quite a bit is this distortion section. What does the C and the S mean? So we've got distortion, and turning it up and nothing's happening because we need to assign it to either the C is the clicks, so we assign the distortion to just the clicks, and the S is just the sub. Switch on both of these and it assigns it to both kick and sub. So you'll hear, there you go. If we want to take it off the sub and just apply the distortion to the clicks, and so we have a nice, let's just go to factory analog default. So take it off the sub. So we're just applying distortion to the click, or take it off the click and apply it to the sub, or apply it to all, or apply it to none. It's the equivalent of switching it on and off. And this little button here switches it on and off. And similarly for the compressor, it catches a few people out. That's the on, that's the off button. There we go. Because you can sometimes be going, oh, this compressor isn't working. But if you do this, compressor works. It's amazing. It's all good. The last thing I'm going to look at is the very much velocity is off by default. So if I softly touch the keys, still the same. Hit hard, still the same. Put on velocity, softly touch the keys. Oh, we get a quiet one. And loud, so you can do drum rolls. And portamento, so we can, let's get an amp going. Let's switch that off. Let's do that. Just, we want a long sort of note so we can hear this. Let's switch off the G. Let's go to G1. And let's switch on our key tracking. So we've got portamento. If I hit a note and then hit the next note while releasing, it'll play like a keyboard. If I hit the two notes together, it'll slide up. And it's the same as slide. Then if I hit one note, C3, and then up to C4, and then C4. Let's turn the slide up a bit. It's going to slide up to the mode. So you need to be in legato mode when slide is off to slide up the note, or you can just be and slide up. Great for trap basses. Now, the other thing is I've let go of the key and the note's still going on. If we switch on gate, then if I let go of the key, the note stops. So great for basses, especially if you're into trappy trap. And then we can apply some harmonics. So we can get all sorts of interesting things in there. And the last thing I suppose I like to look at is amp env. I'm doing lots of lovely kick, and I'm doing lots of curves and like that, and pitch env. Trying to add in a bit of body. Honestly, it's all gone a bit wrong. We have levels of undo here. Some people might miss. We can go bump, 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 and start undoing. Go to the amp section, and we're resetting everything. So don't forget you have undo. And lastly, click views. Click on these, and we can see the clicks that are there. We can zoom in up to 5,000%. Maybe not that much, 2,000. Let's see. And we can then check phase of our, so you can see we're nicely in phase here. If we phase reverse that, we're going to start getting maybe problems and issues there. So you can keep a check on that. So there you go. There's my sort of very quick run through of all the things that you might have missed that are very useful and will help your workflow and speed up and make you awesome producers. All right. Speak to us all in the next video. Bye. Thanks everybody for watching, commenting, and indeed liking. We really do appreciate all the support we get here on our Sonic Academy YouTube channel. So if you found this video super useful, please, we'd love you to hit the subscribe button. We update the YouTube channel every week with new content. And if you want to watch some more relevant content, just click on the videos beside me.